Patan Trivrutte Shiroga Yatranjakshostoma Atma Samade Tanurvamadevyam Ruhadratantare Vaksho Yagna Yagniyam Buddham Janda Vishinga Nishtiya Shabhaya Jogum Sinama Suparno Sigarutman Divangacha Supapatha Tatpurujaya Vidmahe Suvarna Vakshaya Dhimahi Tanno Garuda Prachodayat जय बोल गरुड़ भगवान की जय.
We just recited the sloka called Garuda Dandakam. So Garuda Dandakam is a slokam that was composed by Swami Deshikan, because Garudan is an embodiment of Veda, and he is an embodiment of Veda, and he has all the snakes, right? All these subparts under his adhenum. So he wears them, 8 of them. He wears 8 of them, but all of the important ones he has us completely under his adhenum, which means he has the poison, that the negative energy that goes around, also under his control. And in order to take away the negative energy, he also has Amritam in his hand, because he won that from Indra. So the slokam that he recited, it was recited very well by Srinivasan Swami. The way it goes is, when the Garuda flies, takes off, it's very smooth. It goes up, flies a little bit, it will gain speed and will go up, and then again cruise. So the same, your feeling of how a Garudan flies, if you reread the slokam, you will see the wordings will be exactly like that. As it takes off, it has a certain meter to it, and when it cruises, it has a certain meter to it, and when it is just circling, it has a certain meter to it. And that's how the sloka has been depicted. And when you may also see, most of the times, right, we have always seen Garuda and Anjaneya with Namam. There is Shankam and Chakram all the time. And there is another thing is, there are 2 things. When we sit in a meeting, right, with the president of our company or wherever, right, they usually sit at the head of the table. You're all in the sides, right? So it's not usually a practice. And of course, we have lost to tell our children also. When you are meeting a very elderly person, very respectable person, you don't go and face in front of them. You will stand in the side of them and pay your respect. That's how we need to see Perumal also. When we see Perumal, we stand towards the side and pray to them towards the side. We don't want to stand right in front of them and pray. There are only 2 people that can do that. 2 with this thing. One is Garuda and one is Anjaneya. Because both of them are there just for Kainkaryam. They want to, as soon as Perumal says anything, they are there for Kainkaryam. So that's the reason why they both can stand in front of Perumal. Anjaneya in front of Rama, Garuda in front of any Narayana. And Garuda will not stand very close also. He wants to be as far as possible. He is also a big palaka. So he will stand outside of the temple, the entrance of the temple usually, and guard it. And most of you may have seen that there is always a mirror in front of, behind Garuda. Usually it's behind Garuda. People, they will go and look at Perumal's reflection and say, oh, Perumal looks great in the mirror. Truly speaking, the mirror is kept to show that Perumal is nothing but a reflection of Garuda, or Garuda is a reflection of Perumal. So Garuda embodies every quality, the Shadgunas that we have. He embodies that. He is Veda Swarupi. So when you look at the mirror, you look at Perumal, and with that if you look at Garuda, they are both the same. That's the reason why we keep a mirror wherever Garuda is. It's not to see, to show the reflection of the Perumal, but rather make sure that we understand that Garuda is nothing, nobody, none else than Narayana Swarupam as Veda Swarupi. That's why we have the mirror. Usually it's towards the other side. Srinivasan Swami, there's like there's a Trividesham where apparently the Garuda was just like here, the Garuda here. He was very close by, but he also does block the view, quite a bit in terms of everybody is like, oh, if he was not there, you would have a much closer view of Perumal. So in our Alvar's Pasaram, then temples were a community place. People, kids used to play around apparently, and they requested Garuda to move, and he moved. And we also request this Garuda to move to go to this bigger place so that we have a bigger hall. He will be guarding the front, real front entrance, and that will be our prayers to him today on his Avatar Dinam. And as you know, they also associated with Sarpa. Today is Naga Panchami also. If you look at it, Garuda is in charge of the skies. He is Vayu incarnate. They both have Swati Nakshatra. If you look at the Vayu, he is the Adhipati of Swati. Garuda is also, Nakshatram is Swati, so also Narsimha. So they all come together. Sarpas, on the other hand, take care of Patala Lokam. So they always go hand in hand as a positive and negative energy, but they work together for all our benefit. For if you have any issues with health or jnanam, Garuda is the Bhagavan to pray. They both, Anjaneya Swami, we used to talk about Nava Nidhis and Ashta Siddhis. He was able to shrink himself, grow big, and achieve a lot. It's all because of the Ashta Siddhis that that we will in Hanuman Chalisa it comes. And what Hanumanji has is Ram Rasayanam, whereas Garuda has real Amritam in his hand that he won from Indra himself. So he is Adhipati even of Devatas. So that's why they complement each other, and we call them Trivedi in our parlance. That's why you will always see Garuda and Anjaneya facing each other because they are ever in service. Anjaneya is there in service in this Bhulokam. Garuda is there in all 14 lokams for Narayana. Jai Shri Narayana. Right now we'll play the Hanuman Chalisa and continue with our Hanuman program while we enjoy Garuda Bhagavan also. Both are Kaikarya Paras of the best order, and we want to wish that we will be like that. Jai Shri Narayana, Jai Shri Ram.